Ubisoft has become a one-trick pony in the gaming industry. Their one trick? Making open-world checklist simulators. You can't deny that they don't do those pretty well though, otherwise they wouldn't be making these. While Ubisoft may have abandoned Steam a long time ago, you can continue to play their latest games on the Steam Deck. It's come to my attention that a lot of people don't know how to download Lutrus, and so I'm here to teach you how to download Lutrus. Do note that due to the immutable nature of the operating system in question, SteamOS's process will be a little different, and I'll be sure to make a video on how to do that when the Steam Deck does come out. So you can either choose to use the command line to do things, or, if you're a lazy bum like me, use the built-in package manager / app store. And no, do not get mad at me for calling it an app store. It's the best way for people to understand. So you'll want to look it up, install these dependencies, choose, type in your admin password, and you're off to the races. So yeah, just press apply and then it will install relatively quickly too, I might add. After installation, you will have to restart your computer. Once in Lutrus, it's time to install Ubisoft Connect. So go to Lutrus, click on Community Installers, and search for Ubisoft. It'll take a little bit to pop up, but once it pops up, you'll be ready to install it almost immediately. So now you double click it to install, or you do that. You click Install. You click install again, and you just follow the directions until, well, until you're done, that is. Depending on your computer, it may take a little bit to install it, so be patient. Click continue, and then just wait. Wait for it to install. It says installing game data, So from here, now what you do is you double click Ubisoft Connect to launch it. Login as expected, do your two-factor authentication, etc, etc. And there you have it, Ubisoft Connect. But what's a little game without showing off some games, you know? So as you can see here, you can get Tom Clancy's Chaos Theory for free right now. And I'm gonna do that. I'm agreeing that I am basically the product that Ubisoft is selling to investors and or potential partners. I don't know. Anyways, might as well install it. I've never actually played a Splinter Cell game, so I'll have to try it at some point. One game I do want to try out is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now, I'm going to be quite honest with you, there's a reason why I haven't played very many AAA games in this series, and that's because I've been testing it on my laptop. And my laptop isn't exactly a gaming PC, whereas now I'm on a gaming PC. I'm on my main gaming PC. Generally speaking, it's recommended that you get AMD GPUs, especially if you plan on gaming on Linux full time. As for me though, I mostly use Windows because of reasons. So I'm using my RTX 2080 Super. And yeah, this game takes a little bit to install, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip the process. Assassin's Creed Odyssey works really well on here. It runs at like 50 to 60 FPS on ultra settings, ultra everything, I might add too. A lot of the Linux faithful will say that AMD graphics cards are the way to go. And while that may be true, the fact of the matter is that A, I don't have one, B, they're hard to find, and C, I really don't want to spend money on another graphics card. So here I'm using the proprietary NVIDIA graphics drivers, and I think they work pretty well actually. At least I seem to think so. So I've never actually played Assassin's Creed Odyssey before, despite the fact that I got it for free with my motherboard. but it's pretty fun. I'm not used to the new control layout for the newer Assassin's Creed RPGs. I'm more familiar with like the older controls. So as you know, one of the biggest differences between the Steam Deck and using a PC is the interface. The interface ties it all together. The new Steam UI that Valve showcased, pictured here, it kind of looks like the Switch. And for good reason, because the Switch is useful for one thing, playing games. You're not expected to use command line, nor are you expected to even use a file browser or download stuff off the internet. You know, on websites and stuff. No. But here, it's kind of different because you have to download Lutrus and such, and there's no way to easily tie it in. Until now, I think I figured out a way. I might do a tutorial for every other game shop, but I'm gonna do one for Ubisoft right now. I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna add your games to Steam. So the first step is to go to Ubisoft Connect and copy this line from the games option. This wine prefix, this is very important. Copy that, and then in the top right corner, click this plus button. This plus button will let you add non-Lutrus games, outside games, to Lutrus. Once you do that, this menu will pop up. So first you want to name your game. In this case, I'm going to name it Assassin's Creed Odyssey because that's the name of the game. Let me put that little colon there. And you put wine as the runner because that's what you're going to be using. You're going to put the wine prefix there. It'll use the Ubisoft wine prefix. So in this case, you'll want to go to that wine prefix, go into C drive, go into program files, x86, Ubisoft Games Launcher, and then you want to go into your games directory, which should be up here where the G's are. Games, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, acodyssey.exe. That's the main executable file for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. All of the other settings should be good, so once you press save, after you press save, Assassin's Creed Odyssey should show up. So here's the interesting part. What you want to do is you want to right click and create a desktop shortcut. Once you do that, everything in Lutrus is done. Now you need to move to Steam. In Steam, you press add a game, add a non-Steam game, you press browse, and then you go to your desktop. Your desktop should be as follows: /home, and then your username, and then your desktop, and then that net Lutrus file or whatever. Go ahead and add that, and then it runs perfectly. It takes a little bit to load up, but it'll load up because it has to load Uplay and stuff. One thing to note is that the game lags pretty badly when you first explore areas, etc., due to the fact that the system is caching shaders. Now Valve has a remedy to solve this when the Steam Deck does come out. That said, it's only for games that you own on Steam and not for games outside of Steam, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey is for me. And I've got a little benchmark right here. I'll let it play out. To be fair, I ran this benchmark before I actually played the game, so the game itself plays a lot better. I might have to rerun this benchmark at some point too, but that was just the first time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.